Hi friends, you're watching movie reviews with Vikram. In this video, I'll be reviewing ManiRatnam's magnum opus, pan-India magnum opus PS1 or Ponniyin Selvan 1. It's the screen adaptation of the novel of the same name. So the movie Ponniyin Selvan deals with the Cholan history, and I should tell ManiRatnam sir has made many good movies in terms of the historical depiction and recreation of the Cholan era and the presentation of Ponniyin Selvan part 1 to us and Ponniyin Selvan part 2 yet to come. I would tell that it is a masterpiece in making, yet another masterpiece in making for ManiRatnam sir. We are getting so many positive reviews as we have already seen that drew me to watch this particular movie. Anyhow, I was interested to watch Ponniyin Selvan part 1 because number 1 it was a ManiRatnam movie, and number 2 cast ensemble, and number 3 history is my favorite genre. So, and I was thoroughly entertained, and I just loved the movie Ponniyin Selvan part 1. In this particular video, I'll be reviewing this particular movie in detail, and I'll be giving my thoughts. So please hang on with me and stay tuned with me till the end of my review. So Ponniyin Selvan part 1 is a historical movie dealing with the Cholan story. As I already said, the Cholan era, the 10th century. ManiRatnam sir has done a very good job in recreating that particular historical event or the events which ran around the story of Ponniyin Selvan. We will come back to that. So this is basically a game of thrones where people are fighting for the throne of the Cholas who should succeed that particular chair or the throne. The king is deceased, he is bedridden, and two of his sons, the elder son and the younger son, are on the expedition tour. They are on the conquest, they are waging wars, they are out of the citadel. And that gives an ideal environment and atmosphere for people to play foul games. So there are a lot of internal politics where certain chieftains and also one of the major leaders of the Cholan Empire so is they're playing conspiracy, they're holding meetings and also planning to implant somebody else on that particular throne other than the sons of the Maharaj of the Cholan, current Cholan reign. And there is also an external threat where the Pandyans and Rashtrakutas, with whom the Cholas are in constant war with, they are also trying some conspiracies. Mainly the Pandyans have infiltrated into Cholanad and they are trying to totally destroy the Cholan Empire. Amidst all these things, you will get many subplots of the story, some love stories, some personal revenges, and lot more things to see beautifully interwoven in the screenplay of Ponniyin Selvan part 1. So what I loved about Ponniyin Selvan part 1 is the cast ensemble, the rich cast ensemble. ManiRatnam sir has won this particular race and won this particular movie and made it a blockbuster when he casted those actors and actresses in those particular roles who are well-tamed actors, graceful actors, very good versatile actors and actresses who can go into the skin of the character and give a wonderful performance. Be it Vikram in the role of Karikalan, a very aggressive warrior and the eldest son of the Maharaj of Cholas. JayamRavi playing the role of Arulmozhi Varman, the youngest son of the Maharaj of Cholas. Again, so he is also on the conquest tour. So he is also a conqueror, but he is very graceful, serene, not like Karikalan. So he is very graceful and serene and tame, and what we can call as a balanced character, but he is also very courageous and valor, and he is a very good warrior, but he is a very good strategist as well. So his role is also good. JayamRavi's role is also good. Very good, I should tell. Aishwarya Rai plays the role of Nandini in this particular movie. Watch out for her role. So there are many layers to her character, and they are yet to be explored in the second part. Her is a very intriguing and very interesting and mysterious character. I think ManiRatnam sir will explore more of Aishwarya Rai in the second part of Ponniyin Selvan series. So here she doesn't get a big or a large screen space, but whatever role she has done justice to her role, and she is looking beautiful and gorgeous. And also Trisha, who plays the daughter of the Maharaj of Cholas and also the sister of Vikram and JayamRavi. Her role is also good. She is beautiful, and she also forms a bridge in this particular story. How I am not going to tell. The another bridge and the most important character who impressed me in this particular movie, and this particular movie, Ponniyin Selvan 1, totally belongs not to Ponniyin Selvan, that is JayamRavi or Vikram or Aishwarya Rai. It belongs to this man, Karthi, who has given a stupendous performance. We know what a brilliant actor Karthi is, and Karthi's character, watch out for him. He becomes the biggest bridge in the movie. He brings that particular humor, very good acting, and his action sequences are also good, and the way he carries his role and how he connects different parts of the story and also the subplots of the story, and in every frame he shows his presence, and with his brilliant acting, Karthi is simply superb. Watch out this movie for Karthi. He's the pick of the movie for me. Vallavarayan Vantiyathevan is his big name in the movie, the screen name, the character's name. Very good role, tailor-made, author-backed role for Karthi. I don't know why this particular movie has been named as Ponniyin Selvan Part 1, because it is all about Vallavarayan. So Ponniyin Selvan Part 1 story would not be as interesting as it is without Karthi and without Trisha playing the bridges at important points of the story narration, and they play key roles in the screenplay and story narration of the movie PS1. So we also have Jairam, Rahman, Prakash Raj in key roles. Prakash Raj, of course, is the Cholan Raja who is deceased and who is bedridden. Aishwarya Lakshmi and Shobita Dhulipala have also done justice to their small roles, whatever they happen to get. Prabhu, Vikram Prabhu and Kishore are also good in their roles. But yet another important character, watch out for Sharat Kumar's role. Very intimidating, very serene, balanced and yet intimidating role of Sharat Kumar. Brilliant acting. He is the conspiracy maker. No spoilers here. You will get to see that in the initial part of the movie itself. Again, the names of these characters are very tricky. Cannot pronounce or cannot tell. Very lengthy names, man. I'll try this one. Periya Palu Vetarayar is the screen name or the character's name of Sharat Kumar. Those are from the Tamil background. Please excuse me if I have spelled it wrong. I have tried. Sharat Kumar's role, just brilliant. So ManiRatnam sir was mainly banking on his characters, and the actors playing those characters. If they were not effective, the movie would not have been as effective as it is, as engaging as it is. So the actors, those characters, and each and every character in this particular movie makes Ponniyin Selvan 1 what exactly it is, and I think the same will be repeated in Ponniyin Selvan 2. More interesting characters to add? We don't know. We'll wait and see. So point number 2 is the important conversations which happen between these characters. That is another plus point of the movie. Coming to the third plus point of the movie, which is again the biggest one, the grand scale in which the movie has been made. Splendor, I should tell, visual spectacle. ManiRatnam sir has not compromised anywhere in recreating the Cholan era. So that is what gives a visual spectacle. The Cholan era, the Cholan age has been recreated to its fantastic version here, and it is simply beautiful on screen to watch Ponniyin Selvan because of the lavish sets. Look at those sets. So the recreation involves the citadels, the fortresses, the interiors, the beautiful throne and the marketplace, everything, the costumes of the people, the lifestyle of the people embedded as the part of the story is simply brilliant and extravagant, beautiful, lavish, rich and grandeur. So the grandeur with which this particular movie has been presented is simply brilliant, and that takes all the marks. Coming to the technical aspects, simply brilliant. Cinematography captures every angle, every top angle, straight angle, whatever angle you tell, the camera shots are simply brilliant, and the cinematography makes the movie more and more beautiful, along with its lavishness and high production scales and values. The sound designing is simply superb. Music has been composed by none other than the maestro himself, Rahman, who is always teamed with our ManiRatnam sir. In creating those magnum opuses, the music plays a very important role here. So songs are good, but I just loved Ponni Nadi and Chola, my favorite songs in this particular movie. Typical signature touch of Rahman, magical touch of Rahman. Background music again, simply superb and fantastic. And very importantly, the biggest plus is the untampered story narration. Historical narration needs untampering, and I feel ManiRatnam has not tampered with the original novel. So the movie looks novelistic, moreover frame to frame, no twists and turns, a straight saga which is narrated. Here and there you can get some small twists or small surprises as in the screenplay, but not a majority of them. It is a straight historical storytelling, untampered, of course with some creative liberties on the part of the director. That is allowed, isn't it? Now coming to the negativities of the movie, I don't want to speak about too many negativities about this particular movie, because I said that it is a masterpiece and I loved the movie. But as a reviewer, I need to be unbiased. I need to tell these things. For people who don't know the Cholan history, there are too many characters which obviously becomes unrelatable. You are not able to relate yourself to those characters because you never know those characters. You will see this as a historical movie and appreciate the grandeur and the scale with which the movie has been made, and also the performances, no doubt about that. But the characters are unrelatable. Their names are so big and have that typical Tamil accent of the Cholan era, that it is very difficult to pronounce and remember those names also. By the time PS2 comes, we would have forgotten the names of those characters. Probably we remember the actors who have played those characters. So here identifying and also getting related to those characters becomes difficult for those who don't know the Cholan history. Even I know certain things about, because I read a lot of history, I know certain things about Cholan history, but not in that depth. I have not read Ponniyin Selvan or its English translation. But for me, it was a thoroughly engaging movie, entertaining movie, because I was very curious to watch what exactly is happening, though the story was predictable. So I could tell that for me, from my perspective, the movie was not boring at all. So roughly more than 2 hours 45 minutes is the runtime of this particular movie. That also can play on your nerves sometimes, because you are not able to relate to the story and also the characters. But the magnanimity and the with which this movie has been made, the heart with which this movie has been made, and the storytelling, this story had to be told and it is told. Keeping those things in perspective, from my angle, from my perspective, it was an important movie. Though it was 2 hours, more than 2 hours 45 minutes runtime, I was not bored. But for many people, especially the middle part of the movie, can become boring. So, and the other negative point is Ponniyin Selvan. You are waiting for Ponniyin Selvan till the interval. Only Ponniyin Selvan comes, this is not a spoiler, comes after the interval, the most important character. So probably we will get more to see of Ponniyin Selvan in the second part. Seeing that the story revolves around him, I felt the director could have taken some liberties to introduce him in the first half itself, and show a little bit of more story to us of JayamRavi, who is playing the Ponniyin Selvan. So, but again, the focus was totally on Karthi. So probably the director was taken aback by his performance. He is the toppest performer in this particular movie, having so many good actors in and around, I should tell. So nonetheless, it's not a negative point, but here I had to mention that Ponniyin Selvan takes a back seat in the first half of the movie, but throughout the length of the movie, one person is always seen in all the frames, that is Karthi. Screenplay, people would feel it would have been better, the length should have been shortened, and the movie should have had a fast pace. That could be a negativity, but from my perspective, I see that the faster the story, the again, seeing that it is a historical story, we would not again connect to the story. We may connect to the characters, but and the speed of the story, but it will be a rush and push. So the director has taken time in narrating this particular story. Again, with a slow screenplay, it may not be a dish everyone loves to have. PS1, it may not be everybody's movie, not a movie for everyone, of course, and especially so if you are not a lover of historical genre of movies. So another negative aspect I felt is the war sequences should have been choreographed better. So this is a historical movie and people are looking for war sequences. Yes, Cholas are in constant war with the Pandyans. Where was that war? We are shown with the small war sequence right at the beginning, here and there 1 or 2 war sequences, not bigger ones. A big war sequence which extends for around 10 to 15 minutes would have mattered. So immaterial, you would have chopped off some scenes and edited it in a better way. War sequences with very good VFX should have been better. Coming to the VFX is good at some places and not so good and impressive at some places. Could have been better, I felt, especially the VFX in the climax of the movie should have been better. The VFX of that bridge scene should have been better, I should tell. Action choreography, couple of action choreographies are good. I should have said this in the positivities. Let us take it as a positive note of this particular movie. One particular fight I just loved is that fight between Karthi and JayamRavi in Lanka. So that is one good fight sequence, and another sequence wherein Karthi is chased around the citadel. So that is not an action sequence, but it's funny as well as it's high octane filled, I should tell. A lot of energy in that particular scene, well directed. And yet another fight choreography wherein Karthi is involved towards the climax. And coming to the climax, definitely I feel climax should have been written in a better way and also picturized in a better way. That particular action choreography should have been better with better VFX. And a small surprise you have towards the credit section, and that I had predicted, I'll not tell why. So, but that is a fantastic touch the director gives there and opens up your curiosity blocks and makes you wait for PS2. So my final words about PS1, it is a good movie, it is a masterpiece. From my perspective, I loved the movie thoroughly. It may not be a movie suitable for everybody. If history is your favorite genre, so then definitely don't miss PS1. If you want to watch a good movie made in a different way, plenty of efforts put into that particular movie. And if you want to watch good performances, immaterial of the history and historical connection or the plugins you would get in the movie, I would strongly recommend that you watch PS1 once, at least give it a chance. On my scoreboard, I would be liberal in going with 8.5 out of 10 for Ponniyin Selvan Part 1. Fingers crossed and in keen wait for PS2. Thanks for watching my video. If you loved my video, kindly like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll catch up with you all in my next video with yet another movie review. Until then, do take care. Goodbye. Namaste.